I haven't even started yet. It's way too much hype. Colonel Lawrence, Command Sergeant Major Levin, members of the United States Army Marksmanship Unit, parents, coaches, and most importantly, competitors of the 2019 U.S. Army Junior Air Rifle National Championship. Thank you so much. I actually take great pride in being able to speak to you tonight. I was fortunate enough to do it 3 years ago. When I was asked to do this again, slight fear came in, but then I realized how important this is. I've had a great life, had a lot of great mentors, a lot of people whom without I wouldn't be able to be here today. The messages they gave me, I'm giving to you. I hope that all of you are able to follow myself, all the members of the United States Army Marksmanship Unit's footsteps so that you can achieve your goals, your dreams, just like we have. Tonight I want to start with a story. It's a young boy who's about grade school age, school first day, and teacher walks in. He's never seen this lady before. And he's upset, he's looking around, no one's even reacting, and he raises his hand, he's like, ma'am, I don't know you, you're not Miss Lemon, can you please help me out? And the woman said, I'm sorry, I'm your substitute teacher. I'm going to be taking care of your class today. The young man had never had a substitute teacher before, so he didn't know the meaning of the word. He raises his hand again. She said, yeah, what you got? Ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt your class, but I've never had a substitute. I don't know what this is. Is Miss Lemon okay? And the woman kind of laughs a little bit, and she says, look, I understand. The substitute teacher is kind of like, she looks over the side, and there's a broken window that had been covered up in plastic, a little bit of duct tape to seal it in until it got replaced. She's like, I'm like that window over there. And that piece of plastic holding everything together. And so Miss Lemon comes back, she's okay, I'm just here to help you out for the day. Is that all right? The boy says, okay. The day goes on, she teaches the class, does a very good job. The kid actually enjoys it. Has a good time. At the end of the day, comes in right before the bell rings. The boy raises his hand and says, ma'am, I just wanted to tell you, I had a great time in your class today. You're not a substitute. You're not even that piece of plastic on the window over there. You're just a really big pain. Dads, you're welcome. All right, so on to the real message, okay? So obviously there's a misconception there. We think pain, negative, you meant the nice thing, window pane. I mean, you kids know the window pane is this way. All right? You know that story? I love to tell it. But there's another great story that has a huge misconception in it. It has a wonderful message. No matter your race, color, creed, religion, everyone knows of the story of David and Goliath, right? Weak shepherd boy going up against the big giant, taking him down. And that's kind of where we all know it, right? But I love this story because there's so much more to it, and we can apply the message so well to our lives, and especially competitive shooting. So I like to start there, kind of giving you guys a little bit of that, a little bit more history into it to help to see how to apply it both ways. So about 3,000 years ago, in the ancient Palestine area, there's a long mountain ridge. It's where all the old biblical cities are, Bethlehem, Jerusalem, all that. And just across the way, there's some coastline area, and that's where the Philistines are, all right? In the mountain area, near Bethlehem, that's where the kingdom of Israel was. And in between those two areas was an area called the Shephelah. Okay? It's all these valleys, very beautiful region at the time. And the Philistines decided that they wanted to come through the Shephelah, go up into the mountain region, and attack the Israelites right there around Bethlehem so they could split the country in two. Okay? King Saul, who was the king of the Israelites, heard about this and met the attack right on in one of the valleys, the Valley of Elah. So Philistines come in and they're dug in on the south ridge, and you have the Israelites dug in on the north ridge. And they're at a complete stalemate because no one wants to go down to the ridge. They know they're going to be at a distinct strategic disadvantage. And weeks go by, and no attacks are made. And then the Philistines say, that's it. We got to finish the stalemate. So they send their biggest giant, the biggest warrior down, Goliath. It said he's 6'9", he's huge, clad in brass armor. He has a sword, shield, spear, everything ready to go, decked out. And he goes down to challenge the greatest warrior from the Israelites. And that's kind of how they did it back then. The commanders didn't want to have too much bloodshed. They could finish a battle just by having man-to-man combat. Greatest warrior, all said and done. Problem is, Israelites are in total fear of this guy. They don't want to mess with him. None of the soldiers want to step up. King Saul himself says, nope, ain't having it. But they're not going to back down. Now, this is where I kind of want to start relating the story to life. And sometimes we get to those stalemates, right? We're trying to make those really important decisions. We're trying to find a way to get outside of our comfort zone and take that first step, right? The real great one, not your guys' guy from New England, Wayne Gretzky said it best. And he said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? You gotta take that first step. Philistines did it, but the Israelites, they were stuck in fear. Now pause the story, go about 15 miles away to Bethlehem, and there's Jesse, who's the father of David. Now Jesse's heard about the stalemate over in the Valley of Elah, and he's kind of worried because he has 3 sons, his eldest sons, who are fighting. So he has his youngest, David, the shepherd boy, one of the family. He says, David, please go to the Valley of Elah and find out how your brothers are doing. Take these rations, give them to the commander, and please come back with news of what's going on in the fight. So David, being the obedient son, he goes to the valley, and he sees the situation before him, and he's amazed. He's wondering, what's going on? Why isn't there fighting? And he finds out about Goliath just taunting, calling out the Israelites. And out of nowhere, the shepherd boy, not a warrior, says, I got it. I'll do it. And all the soldiers and the warriors are like, who do you think you are? You're just a shepherd. This is too big for you. You have shepherd's clothing. You don't even have a sword and armor. Like, what are you thinking? His brothers find out, and they start tearing him down. They're like, go back to your flock, kid. Like, this isn't your fight. Give us our food and go home. I mean, and how many times does that happen, right? You think you have a good idea, and something that you are really passionate about, something that you know would be a good thing, and you go up and you tell, one of your friends, and they just shoot it down. And you're like, oh, okay, maybe I won't do that. And I'll go find something else. And then another great idea comes up, and that gets shot down. And you're like, well, I'm really bad at making ideas like that, so now I'm just going to go on to YouTube and see what other people are doing. I'll get on Pinterest and Twitter and whatever Snap thing you guys do. And let's see what all the successful people are doing. Let's find out what these other people are doing, right? That's not pride. That's not your decisions. That's not picking your path in the world, right? David wasn't about that. David's like, get on me. I'm going to fight this guy. And then King Saul hears about it, so he calls on him. And King Saul brings him in. And he has the same exact reaction. What do you think you're doing? You're a boy, you're a shepherd. This isn't for you. And in defiance, David says, you don't know what I do back home. Like, on the daily, covering my flock, I'm killing lions, I'm killing bears. And not to mention, David was what was called a slinger back in the day. So this was short-range artillery. And what a slinger did was he would take, it's a pouch or a cradle that has 2 long ropes attached to it, throw a rock in there, and they could get that thing revving at about 6 to 7 revs per second. And when they let go of one of the ropes, they're chucking that projectile almost 100 miles per hour plus. The scientists say. it's about 2 times the ballistic force of a .45 caliber round. And these guys aren't just like shotgun patterning these things out there. Like, they're accurate. They're hitting birds in the air at about 50 yards, and they're hitting targets almost 200 yards away. So this guy knows what he's doing. He has all the confidence coming into it. He doesn't see a giant. He doesn't see a warrior. He doesn't see a challenge. He sees a target. And he's already beaten the beasts back home. He's already done the work and had the training to accomplish this task, which he's totally confident in. Now, he probably wasn't alone in this. He probably didn't learn how to throw a sling with a lion running at him. You know, he probably had help, he had training, he had mentorship. And that's kind of where I want to add on to what Wayne Gretzky said by saying, yeah, you might miss 100% of the shots you don't take, but you'll still miss 100% of those shots if you're doing it wrong. Okay, and what I want to add with that is sometimes we get really prideful in the direction that we're in. And yes, take that first step. Go in that direction you want to go in. But make sure that you're listening to the people that you trust around you to take you in the correct direction. Okay? Find those people that have proven, like David, that they've been successful. They've done those right things. They've had that experience in life. Have those be your role models, your mentors to follow. And if enough of them are talking to you at the same time, you might want to listen. They're sending you a message. When they're not talking to you and they're sitting back and watching, they're probably in awe, you're doing a great job. Okay? So there's Saul, King Saul, talking to David, and he's like, okay, no one else is going to do it. Fine, let's send you in, boy. Take my armor, take my sword, and you can go. And again, in defiance, David says, why would I can't use what I haven't proven. I have never worn your armor. I've never used your sword. I know the sling, I know my clothing. Don't worry. Now the rest of the story is pretty clear. He grabs 5 stones, he only needs 1. He goes down there. All the taunting, all the yelling coming from Goliath, he doesn't even hear it. He's got a slower heartbeat than I do right now, and he just slings it, takes him out. Philistines run in fear. Israelites are able to take the ground, and they don't get taken out. So the misconception here is that David was the underdog. David was the weak one. David was the one who was up against the countless odds. When in all actuality, he was Goliath. He knew the area. He had the skills. All this guy had was a loud mouth and a bunch of muscles, right? Sometimes I think we look at ourselves in the mirror and we think that we're a David. And we're actually a lot stronger than that. We're way more capable than what we give ourselves, right? I wrote this stuff down because I want to make sure I say it correctly. So, just like David was able to slay his lions and bears, right? Never forget your own lion and bear stories. Every one of us have them. Remember your lion and bear stories when your discipline, your will, and your perseverance pulled you through to accomplish your goals. And after each of these victories, place a reminder in that mental trophy case in the back of your head. Okay? If I can leave you tonight with these final words, find your way, find your victories on and off the firing line. Slay your lions and your bears in training or by taking the first steps in accomplishing your goals. So when you are tested, facing a giant, go back to that trophy case, and ultimately achieving excellence will only be a formality.